Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at 5 with the Kirbys. You guys, I'm so excited about our guest today. He's a new friend. Actually, he's an old friend. He's a Facebook friend that's now an in-person friend. He writes beautiful music. He has a great voice. Picks. You just can't ask for more than Mr. Andrew Toole.
Hola.
And he speaks Spanish. I didn't know that. It's a new talent.
Muy poquito.
So we're just going to let him noodle a little bit while we like and share. Here we go. I'm going to share right now, and you guys do the same. You're just going to have a relaxing Thursday afternoon with us. It's one of those things. Some of you there. Don't forget to like and share. My blood pressure's already going down. Feeling great. I see it. Tune. Tune in. All right, I shared. You guys do the same. And if you're watching, say hi and make a comment. Like Steve and Alan and Mark. It's kind of creepy when I just call you out without your comments. But that's what happens. Awesome Blossom. Thank you, Andrew, for that little lovely. It's a little lovely.
I'm so glad you're here, man. We've been watching you since the pandemic, actually, a little bit before that. Just been watching you from afar. It's kind of creepy, you know.
Man,
like, hey, dude, we've been watching you. And
creepy is my middle name, though, bro. Creepy is my middle name.
I should say we've been listening to you.
Yes.
And Kate and I both have been commenting. It's like, when are you going to get him? Did you make it? Did you reach out to him? And
I did. So. And then the pandemic hit, and then we started this thing, and then, you know, you're East Texan now, so it became feasible.
Yes. I'm so glad you're here.
It's been a long haul coming back home, but this is my home, and this is the place that I came back about 2 weeks ago just to be closer to family and stuff like that. So found me a little spot in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the woods, right where I belong, and I'm happy there. So,
welcome back home.
Been needing to be there.
Been needing to be back there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah.
We definitely identify with that.
Big time.
Well, why don't you start us off with one of your lovely songs?
Let's see. This has a little bit of a backstory, if I can tell the story.
Please, we love that.
And it's not I'm trying my best not to bring down anybody, but this is
life, don't worry.
It's a part of life. This is a song that reflects very closely to me. A couple of years back, I struggled. Which anybody that doesn't know me, this will be a new one for you. But anybody that does know me know that I struggled really heavy with addiction, and this is one of those songs. I was actually given about 48 hours to live unless we do something pretty drastic to fix me.
Wow.
And I asked the powers that be straight up. I said, man, if you'll just take away the craving, I will handle the rest. So with that being said, they gave me the 48, and they said I probably wouldn't make it to 40 years old. I'm 43.
Wow, great.
So I kind of pulled through, hard-headed all the way through and through. So
that's a blessing.
This is one of those songs, or the song. Crack the seal again, Pray the day won't end up all the same as yesterday. When denial never ends, the mirror tends to show the one to blame. Once again, these eyes say it all when they choose not to see. And in time, we trade it all for a glass of your needs. This night I see the end in front of me, yet they say I won't make it 48. My hands, I played the highest of the stakes, and they say I won't make it 48. Empty, kneeling on the floor, pouring out with nothing in return. Dead within, when just living is a chore, failing now to see a lesson learned. Once again, these eyes say it all when they choose not to see. And in time, you trade it all for a glass of your needs. This night I see the end in front of me, yet they say I won't make it 48. My hands, I played the highest of the stakes, and they say I won't make it 48. With the highest low that you'll ever know, with no sign of heaven at all. There's no sense of time, waiting strong in line for the crash course to the fall. This night I see the end in front of me, yet they say I won't make it 48. My hands, I played the highest of the stakes, and they say I won't make it 48. 48. Thank you.
Loved that.
Yeah, it's kind of a self-authored song there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And
Tells a
the
little bit of a
word
story.
pictures are fantastic.
I love hearing your voice in person. Can you hear me now? Check one. I said I love hearing your voice, man. It's cool in person, just like it would be. I knew it would be, but I like hearing the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a very rich voice.
Well,
and,
thank you.
It's nice. Man, the metaphors that you use in your songs are incredible, and I really enjoy your writing, and I know it's a lot of heartache to go through that and to put yourself out there like that.
Hey, man, when it's all you know, you might as well go ahead. One of the biggest things about that is that, you know, when it's got its claws in you, you know, and there's so many people, and I've in the last 10 years, I've lost about 9 friends, and it's like, dude, man, you know, and just to, and you know, a lot of the people, you know, would say things that are just kind of hurtful back to you, you know, like, well, why don't you just stop?
Oh my God, yeah.
I
if
didn't
it were
think
that
of that.
easy.
I didn't
Yeah.
think of that. Thank you. I didn't think of that. I'll stop when you pay
Yeah.
my bar tab. Come on, bro. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
funny that you say that. She's got a song that she's written. We lost a lot of people over the last couple of years too.
Yeah.
And so we
crazy.
identify with what you're saying, and when someone tries to identify with how you feel, it's almost like they don't mean to take away your feelings, but they're trying to put their feelings over. Oh well, when that happened to me,
Yeah.
Shut up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
like,
you can't
I
relate.
know you're trying to identify, but you're really it's not
best
going
when
right.
somebody's gone through struggles just to say, "Man, we love you," and
Yeah.
if we can
Let it
help,
ride.
I'm
we
thinking
can help.
about you.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
just don't ask how I'm doing.
No.
Don't ask how I'm doing. Just say, man, I'm thinking about you. And it's funny because I make a joke about it every once in a while. I was like, that liquor or beer is the only thing that you have to defend yourself for. Do you ever hear people come up to you and go like, drink the milk, man? You never,
all the time. Yeah.
you never
Yeah.
hear like, have the Dr. Pepper, bro. Have the Dr.
Yes.
Pepper, man.
Eat
Don't
the
be a
doctor-
wuss,
yes.
dude. Yeah, it's like,
it's
dude,
disgusting. Cake sometimes at a birthday
it's like,
party.
come on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes cake.
yeah,
Sometimes cake.
Cake.
Other than that,
cake
yeah.
is, yeah. I'm
But
working
not
on
It's
it.
not
the
the
same.
same.
One vice
It's
at a time,
totally not the
guys.
same.
Come
Yeah,
on.
no.
Okay, all right.
One vice at a time.
But seriously, for us that sweet tooth overeaters, which is totally not the same as alcohol, and I'm not trying to make it the same, but
it's all a mindset.
it is.
Right.
And and you have to look at things with the idea that in order to change your life, you must first change your mind.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do. And I can say that all day long, and people look at me and go, "Oh, that's a really wise thing to say." And I'm like, it is, but it is, and it's it sounds simple, but it really it's a whole. You have to have a whole different mindset to change the way that you do things. You have to find a new way to create. You have to have a new way of thinking creatively. And I tell you, when I first got out of the situation, I had a hard time making sentences. Like I'd talk to you and I'd say, hey, I need to go to the bathroom is what my brain would say, and then it'd be a bathroom. I need to.
Yeah.
It was very, very frustrating.
It's almost like having to regain where you.
Yeah, it was definitely something.
And music was something that you could pour yourself into through it?
Well, I had not played for about a year. I had not played at all, and one of my best friends, who's an old bandmate of mine from Brunswick, Georgia, told me flat out. He's like, "Dude, pick up your guitar.
Yeah.
Pick up your guitar." I'm like, "I can't, man. I can't. I have nothing. I can't." And he's like, "Dude, pick up your guitar. Everything that you're feeling, everything that you're going through, instead of writing it down, why don't you play it out and start working that way?" And I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I was literally if there is a bottom of a bottom of a bottom, I was at it. I'd lost more than just my health. I'd lost a lot of things all in one summer. And it made it very difficult for me to even continue to think, why should I go on? And so but the only thing I know well in this world, in the 43 years I've been here, is talking trash, and it doesn't pay very well, and playing music, and it doesn't pay very well.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
it's kind
There's your choice.
But I make more money. I make more money playing guitar than I do talking trash. So
Yeah.
I just kind of add the trash talk in there with it.
Yeah.
So.
Then it's entertainment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's entertaining for me. I don't care if anybody else thinks it's funny or not. It's
Well, wait, would you like to hear the song that we wrote about people identifying
I would absolutely
incorrectly?
love to. I would absolutely love to.
Not
so-
identifying incorrectly.
Well, no, that's incorrect.
That's a new way to put. Yeah, we're not talking
Anyway.
like that. I'm sorry.
I'm still trying to catch on to what.
Trying to catch on to what you said. Identifying.
I'm still trying to catch it.
Well,
Good.
when my dad died, I wrote this song, and it's more pop. It's definitely metaphoric, but it's just
That's my cup
Shut
of tea
up.
is metaphors.
yeah, so it's more poppy. It's not so many words, but feel free to join if you want to. Ready?
Yep.
You've got something to say, you've got something to say. You've been right here before and you turned out okay, and it's just the same for you as me. It's just the same as you can see for me. You've got something to prove, you've got something to prove. That massive chip ship you shove around, it's on the move, and it's not the same for you as me. It's not the same as you can see for me. For me. And if you're looking for an answer to a prayer, there's no need to look everywhere. Just close your eyes and open up your heart and care, and you know that I'll be there. You know that I'll be there. Oh, you know I'll be there. You've got something to do, you've got something to do. You better watch out or it might get misconstrued. And it's just the same for you as me. It's just the same as you can see for me. Oh yeah, for me. And if you're looking for an answer to a prayer, there's no need to look everywhere. Just close your eyes and open up your heart and care, and you know that I'll be there. You know that I'll be there. Oh, you know I'll be there. Well, you've got things in the way, you've got things in the way. You're awful busy trying to think of things to say, and it's just the same for you as me. It's just the same as you can see for me. Oh yeah, for me, yeah, 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 yeah. And if you're looking for an answer to a prayer, there's no need to look everywhere. Just close your eyes and open up your heart and care. You know that I'll be there. You know that I'll be there. Come on, everybody sing. You know that I'll be there.
You know that I will be there.
You know that I'll be there.
You know that I will be there.
You know that I'll be there.
You know that I will be there.
You know that I'll be there. Thank you for that.
I just couldn't help myself.
No, thank you. That
Please,
was great.
please.
Oh, that's groovy, man.
Thank you. So yeah, we really enjoy your storytelling. We have some storytelling, but mostly metaphorical and groovy kind of things. But your type of intimacy when you play is something that people can so relate to, and
Totally.
it's very treasured. So glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm so thankful to be here. And what a cool setup, dude.
Oh, thank
This
you.
is such a cool setup.
And Kevin Tinney is admiring your beard.
Oh yeah, well, hey.
Yeah, we've had a few people chime in since.
This is, it's my halfway transient look.
Keep it coming.
You're
keep
very
it coming.
clean and transient at the same time.
Yeah, so clean.
Well, that's great. Do you have another one you want to share?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I wrote this one, I guess about right before my last venture into LA, or right outside of LA. So
Okay.
this is done this year.
And how long were you in LA?
I went in November of last year, right in the heart of all the bull.
Yeah.
And I did 3 songs with Darian Rundle,
Okay.
who has worked with Pennywise and Suicidal Tendencies and Ronnie James Dio,
Yeah.
actually.
Nice.
So getting to actually work with that guy, such a man. Talk about sitting in a room with a coach, just beating you to death.
You got to work with Ronnie James?
No, I didn't. He did.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I didn't.
All right.
No, he did. He worked with Ronnie James Dio on, I think, his last album.
Sorry,
before he
man.
passed.
I was.
He'd been passed away.
I was
mean,
over
this was
here.
November.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ronnie's
he'd been
not
gone
with
for a
us,
while.
so that would be hard.
Yeah,
know.
dude.
Now
I
Andrew
did in
Kirby.
theory.
Yeah.
I work with Ronnie every
like-
chance I get.
Yeah, I worked with Ronnie.
There's a crazy little area that I go to.
There's a spot with a voodoo priestess, and we
Don't
handle
mind
business.
those pentagrams.
This is
Don't
getting
worry about
really
that.
weird. I've lost control. It's gone off the edge.
It's about my hoodoo.
See, I knew we'd
Well,
get
I
over
knew you'd
it.
fit. Just
people
trying
that people that know me are probably going like, dude, don't test Andy. He knows about that weird stuff. Yeah. So I worked with him. I went out for a couple of days and worked with him, and then in that same mix, I went over to work with a gentleman by the name of Ronnie King, who has a place out by Coachella
Okay.
in
Yeah.
that area.
Oh,
Totally.
Laverne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Down the middle of
So I
desert.
went from the mountains down the mountain and ended up in the middle of a date field, and just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And this guy's got a massive studio set up, and he's worked with he's been nominated many times for Grammys.
Cool.
Worked with Mariah Carey, worked with Tupac, worked with, a lot of his name is on a lot of stuff. So I had him adding in extras with me, strings and keys and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I got my 3 songs done then, and then a little bit of time went by. I wanted to get through the December and all that kind of crap. So I left and then came back in March and finished off my last 2 songs, which is one that I'm about to play you here. It was really impressive getting to work with Darian because, like I said, he's like a coach, man. You better go in there with your feelings not on your sleeve because he will knock them down real fast. I mean, real fast.
Got to get your emotions out of the way so you can get a good product out.
And
right?
I get it, because you deal
It's
with
tough.
people, and that's my baby, and don't touch my
Strong
baby.
personalities, though.
Yeah, and so I went in there humbled. I was like, all right, dude, just tell me what you need me to do, and I'll do it. And we had a couple moments where I was just like,
Yeah.
but I made it through it, and
Yeah.
it takes it's very difficult when somebody plays with your emotional stuff and goes,
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
that sucks. Don't do that. And you'd be
Yeah.
like,
You wish they'd have better bedside manner.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there's no time for bedside
Nope.
manner when you've actually paid the money and you're trying to get it done and you've got a
Totally.
small amount of time to get it done.
Yeah.
You need somebody to drop Thor's hammer on you, and he did not spare the rod on that at all. Which looking back, I did that, and then I came back the next time, and we really tore apart my songs the first time I went. Second time I came through, it was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
And
So
I
you
was like,
learned and you
okay,
did-
so I wrote these just for this,
Awesome.
and he was like, that's what I'm talking about. You've actually sat at home and thought this
Yeah.
process through because you have the knowledge and you have the tool book now to tell you what to do, and I was like, okay, cool. So I did 2 more songs, and right now we're just working on the mixing and mastering.
Cool.
And that's working through Bob Marlette, who founded Tracy Chapman. So
Cool.
this one is one, and again, like you were saying a second ago, being very personal about things,
Great.
So this is a song about my daddy. On the south side of time, I was just too short to ride at the carnival one spring. He threw me up high on his shoulders that night. Whole world now I could see. For a moment it seemed that I, now the king, was ruler of all the land. And I'd never fall, for I could stand tall when I held my daddy's hand. It's crazy now, time somehow just slips away from me. And I look back to the days when we used to sit and just shoot the breeze. There may come a day when you've lost your way with that heavy cross you bear, and no soul you can find would offer their time or lend an ear or care. So cherish your days and find one way before you lose to chance. Recall how tall you once did truly stand. Find the strength you had when you held Daddy's hand. Well, time flew by and I lost my mind. Somehow you still stood true. You'd pray through the day to find the right way to bring your boy back to you. Well, needless to say, it was granted one day, but not without demands. Remember your truth and hold on to the good news the best you can. And I hope you'll find you'll make that time to plant those memories. From sticking stones to broken bones, or your first glance at the sea. There may come a day when you've lost your way with that heavy cross you bear. No soul you can find would offer their time or lend an ear or care. So cherish your days and find one way before you lose to chance. Recall how tall you once did truly stand. Find the strength you had when you held Daddy's hand. From the dark side of the bottle, from a boy now to a man, find the strength you had when you held Daddy's hand. From the dark side of the bottle, from a boy now to a man, find the strength you had when you held Daddy's hand.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love that song. You know,
Beautiful.
I just can't get over the texture of your voice and the guitar you've chosen, the dark tones of it. You've chosen well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was sitting here, and if you don't mind, I don't know, maybe you've never heard P.J. Olson, but your texture, your voice is like him and David Crosby mixed or something. It's like really cool.
It's like PJ.
Well, that's
I love your voice.
That's a hefty compliment right there.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
pretty
you.
cool.
I could tell you've been singing a long time. Was that the first thing that you did? Was you started singing first,
I didn't
or
even
did you
know.
play? Or?
No. I started
How did that come about for
the
you?
singing part.
All of it. I mean, what did you start doing first?
I started trumpet when I was about 11, and and really took off with that.
Got it.
Really took off. I my senior year, I made first year All-State Texas, and then got a really hefty scholarship to Northwestern State, and then ended up. But I've been, I've been playing. My mom and dad wouldn't allow me to have too many loud things. I wanted to do the drums, and they were like,
Yeah.
And then I heard you had to do a test to be
Yeah.
a drummer,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah, we ain't doing no tests.
Wait a minute.
Man, you got me
Not
twisted.
the drummers I've been having. What test did they take?
I was like, yeah, well, a rhythmatic test, and I'm like, y'all got me twisted, Junior. I ain't doing that. A test? I don't need another test. So I thought, what's the most loud, obnoxious thing outside of drums? Trumpet. So I took that.
Nice.
And I realized something quickly, that it wasn't so much about being creative with an instrument to me back in those days. It was about being the competition. I wanted the competition. I liked the idea of beating people, and that's what made me go. And then into my college career, I ended up breaking my jaw.
Ooh.
And that,
So you couldn't play.
no more playing.
Oh,
no more playing. So that ruined as far as any career going with trumpet.
Yeah.
And I was very, I guess you could say, astute in classical trained kind of trumpet playing. I did a lot of Vizzuti stuff and like read Arbans like it was the Bible, and so I just had to kind of let it go, and so I picked up my guitar, which I'd been in a little bit of a, like we were talking earlier about, kind of a doom metal kind of thing. I was doing that kind of thing for a long time. And my senior year, before I jumped the gun. My senior year, I wasn't able to. I wanted to take as many classes that didn't have to do with studying as possible.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
I know, bro. Just
I
give me
like
the
it.
credit. Just give me the credit, So I joined up in one of my good friends named David Crockett, who's actually from this area. He heard me singing in the band hall, and
Choir.
it was he heard me singing, and he was like, I was making a joke out of it. It was an old Shy. If y'all remember Shy, it was an R&B.
Maybe.
It was an R&B group. They had one hit.
Okay.
It was If I Ever Fall in Love or something. That.
Okay.
So not my forte at all.
But you could sing it.
But I was back there singing it, making a joke out of
Yeah.
it. He comes around the corner and he's like,
Ooh.
I'm going to go tell Miss Dickerson, who was the choir teacher in Sabine. And she was like, she got all over me. She was like, I need to hear you sing.
Great.
And so I was like, whatever, man, I can't sing, And then my mom and dad, nobody knew. Nobody knew that I had a tune in my head.
Wow.
But when you've been trained on a trumpet, you've got to know to be able to hear.
Sure.
If you can tune a guitar, you can tune your vocals.
Yeah.
You have to. Maybe not. I don't know. But I don't know.
I've seen it all at this point.
Yeah, me too.
But
so yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
So there was a concert, and I told my mom and dad and my sister, I was like, I got a choir concert. Y'all come to it. So embarrassing. I'm trying to be all cool, And
How do you be tough at this?
Yeah, I'm trying to be tough, with my David Gilmour shirt, trying to be cool. And, or my acid bath T-shirt, trying to look cool, scare everybody to death. And so I got up and we sang. We had this song that we did called something like "Look Yonder" or something like that, and it had a solo line. And my teacher, she made me do it, and I was like, my mom and dad, nobody knew. I just busted out in tune, just started singing.
Man.
So. And then I took on metal bands and doing things like that, kind of mixing up the growl with the vocals, and I realized pretty quickly that I have a decent mindset to sing. So, but again, like this.
Well, and then you started writing.
Yeah, I started doing my acoustic stuff even throughout doing the metal scene stuff. I always there's something. I'm a big James Taylor guy.
Cool.
Like a massive James Taylor guy. And so James Taylor, of course, like David Gilmour kind of stuff, things of that nature. But I've always liked James Taylor. I just always liked him. I can't really get past that guy.
I can see why.
He's just so freaking good. And the thing that bothers me the most about him is that he's got the thumb picking thing, and I'm struggling on that. I'm trying to get that down, but man, it's like trying to learn left-handed. Trying to play. It's
for me. I agree with you. I started playing piano, so I did bass this way.
Yeah.
And doing it with one hand is tricky.
Yeah.
And not the same. So I'm picking up what you're putting down on that.
Yeah. You smelling what I'm stepping in?
Oh yeah.
I just heard that like 2 days ago. I was like, I found a place to use it.
Yeah.
You can
right
use
here
it
at
here.
Live at 5. That's where you hear all the great ones.
Yeah, you're smelling what I'm stepping in.
Do you got something you want to play, babe?
Not really.
Why not? Are you going to tune before you play?
Still finding its way. had some
So he's
work done.
Yeah, Kelly, thank you, Action Sound, for working on our guitars and keeping us going. We've been playing quite a bit. And while he's tuning, are you turned down? Why don't you tell us where people can catch you? You've got some shows coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all around the East Texas area. I'm playing a little place called the Longhorn Grill in Carthage tomorrow.
Awesome.
I can't remember the dates exactly, but I do. If you look on andrewtoole.com, you'll see all of my dates. I just secured 2 gigs with Doc's Taco in Liberty City, which is actually where I came from, was Liberty City. So it's so cool to actually get to play a venue right up the street from the place that I used to, do all types of crazy stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, too much partying going on in Liberty City back in the day. But yeah, to actually be able to play there, it's going to be really cool because nobody even knows about old Hall Guy. You know what I mean? And that's what, and Hall Guys, nobody even calls it that anymore, but I do. But yeah, I'm playing there. I've got a couple other things lined up. And like I said, that's why I'm so glad to be here with you guys because y'all are going to help me out with that. I've only been in the area for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and just everybody that's out there, I hope you'll take that into consideration. The people that we have on the show, this is what we do. We all go play gigs everywhere, and so this is really just kind of a spot where people can showcase what they're doing. And anybody in the world could log in and see what we got going on down here so they can call you up and say, hey, Andrew, can you come out here and play this or that or the other?
I'm easy to find. I mean, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Anything you look for, just look for Andrew Toole Music, and you can find me. But like I said, I'm looking for gigs all around the area. But these 2 that I have lined up right now, I'm pretty much scheduled through the entire summer, almost up to September. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I know that there's going to be people that'll contact you from this. And then also I want to remind everybody watching and sharing and commenting to please use the virtual tip jar. And we will, of course, funnel that right to Andrew. And, look him up and buy his merch and support this guy. And he's come home and we want to support him. And I know we're going to have some stuff going on in the fall. I know, just to mention...
in the fall.
That has to be said on purpose.
I like to rhyme. So, but anyway, the tomorrow night at the hall, there is going to be a show presented by Terry Williams, Lady Redneck, and then it's featuring the openers are Heather Little and Meredith Crawford. So if you're not doing anything on Friday night, if you're seeing Andrew, then go see Andrew. But if you're not in Carthage, come on by Big Sandy. And then Saturday will be in Longview at Tamboni's. And we'll be joined by Rance Gibson and Chase
Murdoch on drums. Yeah, full band. So we're digging that.
Yeah. So anyway, now we got all the promotions out. So
yes.
Yeah. So we'll play the latest video that we put out. Is Sit Here and Laugh. Is that okay with you, babe?
Yeah, knock him out, man.
All right, just do another one, and then Andrew, back to the main course of Andrew Toole right after this song by the Kirbys. Since it's our show, we have to play sometimes.
Right. That sucks.
I know.
Oh, that sucks.
I got to play 2?
Yeah.
God, I got the cameras running. I got to play 2?
I got to play. People like to hear it, which I'm very grateful for, actually. sit here and laugh. Oh, won't you please come and sing to me some old song we forgot. Make me believe you belong to me till I can't tell what's real or not. I don't know how long you'll be here, but I hope that it lasts. I can't see past the skin on my nose or the color of rose in my glass. So let's sit here and laugh. Let's just sit here and laugh. I don't know what I'm thinking. I may lose all my class, but as long as we're drinking, why don't we sit here? Let's just sit here and laugh. Let's just sit here and laugh. Well, I guess that I've lost my ability to make light of my past. I wandered around sort of aimlessly and stumbled upon this great path. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I hope that it lasts. I can't see past the skin on my nose or the color of rose in my glass. So let's sit here and laugh. Let's just sit here and laugh.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
Very
much.
nice.
Yes. That's a true story.
Yeah, I dig the lyrics to that a lot.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice.
Yes, yes. Well, it's you know, you got to play the new ones,
Yeah.
even though they're not like baked yet.
Right.
You never know. You know what
What
that
do
is?
you say?
It might change.
That song's still kind of mushy in the middle.
It's mushy. It's like a newborn. It like might burp it a little bit,
Yeah.
change it up, but yeah.
It's weird how songs do take kind of a metamorphosis sometimes. There's ones that I've written that come right to me, and that's just the way it is, and that's how it is. And then there's others that sometimes they just keep growing. I don't know why.
I look back on some of the stuff that I'm like, man, it's set in stone. And I look back about 6 months and listen to it again and go, oh.
That's got to change. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to change. And it sounded so good at the beginning. And then
Yeah.
you're like, wait, it's like wine.
Yeah.
It has to age
Age.
like wine. And then you start realizing, different facets of how you say things and how you enunciate words and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that song is definitely not good for enunciation.
Well,
at all.
shit. Well, for the first,
how many syllables in laugh?
Hey
Be a
man,
lot.
hey man, well, for virgin ears, it worked out perfect. So I look forward to the metamorphosis of that then.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, what do you got for us over there?
This is this song's a little bit on the slower level. Not like my other stuff isn't. The last two I haven't played have been pretty mediocre in the middle. And I wanted to play this. And again, like I try not to bring anything down very much, but I lost one of the biggest, brightest light of my life about 2 weeks ago was my mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and so it's been a tough situation, but when we lost her, this was one of the ones that she was singing to me before she passed.
Oh,
and
I
so
love that.
yeah, this is a tough song, but it was one of her favorite ones, and I never did figure out why it was one of her favorite ones, but she just said it's just got it. It's just got it.
She
and I'm
loved
like,
it. That's great.
hey man, you don't argue with mom. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
Argue with mom. So this is one of the ones that she really, really enjoyed. And the day before she passed away, she was singing it to me.
Awesome.
And I was just like, really, you're gonna do that to me like this? So. But for whatever reason, she loved it. So I thought I'd kind of dedicate this to my mother. So. Lay your head down right here, right here next to mine. May we find ourselves in a dream where everything is all right. Leave the world now behind and to another plane. You can always find me here, secluded in this space. Tightly my hand, and I won't let you stray on your own. I roam in the dark into a great unknown. Look into my eyes, and I'll know you see the real truth. You made it this far with nothing to lose. So take your time, you're weathered and so torn. And replace the soul you bear for another now unworn. Grant yourself a little time to tend to open wounds. In the morning you solace you once knew. Hold tightly my hand, I won't let you stray on your own. A roam in the dark into a great unknown. Look into my eyes, and I'll know you see the real truth. You made it this far with nothing to lose. You made it this far with nothing to lose.
Love that song.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Love that song. Man, I was just listening to that on YouTube
Yeah, I saw
earlier
that.
today. I commented, beautiful. Yeah, I love that song. And yeah, your mom was totally right, man. It's a great, great
Absolutely.
song. Ah, the changes in that song, the chords are wonderful.
And I think that's what she dug about it the most, because it has that. And I didn't mean for I didn't intend for this to happen, but it's got that 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's your James Taylor influence, man.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that's his influence.
For sure.
Because we're not 50s, we're
dude,
right.
I
We're
don't.
youngins.
I don't. Not really. I don't like the
But
50s
we got
music.
it. I know. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
I don't
but
tell
you
nobody.
slow it
Me
down
neither.
and sing it like that. It's beautiful.
But you know what was that song? It was at the end of La Bamba.
Okay.
You know when he died.
No, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, I don't remember the song, but I know what you're talking
But
about.
it's got that feeling, like it's got that nostalgic feeling to it, and every time you hear it now, you go, Richie Valens died. You know what I mean? It's like got one of those kind of feelings to it, and I think it's the chord progression falling,
Yeah.
do do
Yeah,
do,
I
and then
love
go
that.
into the E.
Totally dig that.
Yeah, it gives it like some sort of, I don't know,
It's
like
weight.
it's got weight.
Yeah.
It's got minerals.
Yes.
So
Yes, it's very good. Very, very good.
Well,
Hi.
do you want to give him one more and then let him close us out?
Absolutely. Do you want any weather?
Do you want to do the weather?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We have to do the weather.
All right, this
I
is
gotta
where we
hear
wake.
I gotta hear this.
It's getting hot in here, but don't take off your clothes because it's really not that hot. I'm giving myself a jam. It's gonna be 80 degrees, 88 degrees the year I graduated high school. It's gonna be 88 to 93 all week. According to my app, I looked at it before we did this show, but I didn't really plan what I'm gonna do or we're gonna say. Don't you know? So you're gonna have some clouds in the sky, but then you're gonna have the days of sunshine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's gonna sunshine on you. They said there's gonna be rain. There's not. According to my app, there's not gonna be any rain. It's gonna be nice and sunny the whole week so you can get your yard done and all that good stuff. One thing you should know though, the high's gonna be like 88 to 93 and the low's gonna be in the upper 70s, where I really like the high to be, but it's gonna be lows in the upper 70s. Sticky, it's sticky, it's sticky weather now. It's sticky, it's sticky, it's sticky. Sticky and hot and sticky. And that's your local weather.
Fresh as a newborn baby, ladies and gentlemen, your weather by Kate Kirby.
Anyway, so that's what's
Not
gonna happen.
Katie Vossler.
Yeah, she was wrong about that tornado,
Kate
by the way. Just kidding.
No, don't be harshing on Katie Vossler.
I tell you what, if I come back reincarnated, I'm coming back as
Katie Vossler.
Well, that first, Jesus. As a meteorologist, so I could just make money like that and not know what's going on.
Yeah, just say, hey man, this here's what's happening. Yeah. See these pretty colors.
What's he say? He's got some crotch pot cooking. Yeah. That's what he got.
Move to a windowless room in the middle of your home.
So it's really going to be hot, but it's not that hot because remember in summertime in Texas, until it gets to 98 to 100, it's really not that hot.
Yeah, but it feels like it's 112.
I know. Yeah, it's like
the humidity is just kind of
pretty tough stuff.
So you got a whole week of sun and heat until the next storm cells move through.
That's right. So mow your yards.
I'm just thankful that it's not still tsunami.
No,
it's
me
been
too.
a tsunami for freaking
or ice storm.
Yeah. I mean, I think the ice storm is the reason why we got all that crazy rain for so long. Probably
it was crazy.
It's making up for lost time.
Yeah, the number one threat is
Well, whatever.
The change in the weather.
Don't even go there. The number one threat. It's the gnats.
It's the gnats.
Bugs.
Gnats came from it too.
All right, let this poor man show us another beautiful side of life.
Please rescue us from this.
Oh, let's see. This is a rather new one. I haven't recorded this professionally yet. I did it with my little stuff, but we'll see if I can't pull it off without any craziness.
Cool.
So I'll let you guys try to figure out what it's about. Led astray away from the path we've made that has left our hearts on hold, and find again the time when no wood or stone made home, and steer away from those who may see the truth within the lie. The gardens grow so well with the fruit of ill reprise, and they come forth to take every breath of life that we might make, and they come in never-ending ways across the river clean to a haven always known, never walked upon by weathered feet. Now the place I call my home, this never-ending mile to a place once only seen. The darkest days I've come to find were the days you weren't by me. As you lie awake and try to make time to prove you've not grown old, the orders you once made, now you take just as you're told. No need to cry or feel denied, there is no one keeping score. The end game's never fair, but the payout's worth much more, and it comes for the take every breath of life that you might make, and it comes in never-ending waves across the river clean to a haven always known, never walked upon by weathered feet. Now the place I call my home, this never-ending mile to a place once only seen. darkest days I've come to find were the days you weren't by me. Were the days you weren't by me.
Totally
Nice.
dig that.
Thank you.
And I identify with it.
Beautiful.
Got to move back home sometime into the middle of the woods.
Yeah. That's one way of looking at it.
Dude,
Wow.
we went to California in the year 2000 and started to come back 2012 and landed full time 2014. So I mean, that separation from family is important in identifying who you are away from all the other influences. But man, you miss them. We only got to come back like once a year all that whole time. So yeah.
It just, the distance is good for growing, but the truth is, I mean, I always like to, and I think about this often, is like, however you raise your kids or however you were raised, if you were raised in a good fashion, normally you would hope that you come back around full circle and you end back where you look at your parents going, like, they're stupid when you were a kid.
Yeah. And now
If
you're
you
like, thank you.
Yeah, never give a thank you. And that, like it's always that it doesn't matter. I didn't come back to East Texas because of East Texas. I came back to East Texas because of the love I have in East Texas, and that's why I'm back
Amen.
Yeah.
here.
I like that.
Yeah,
I love that.
East Texas. I could be anywhere. It doesn't make a difference. But if I have people next to me that give, what they need to give for me to I've been lonely for a long time as far as friends go, and it's like, wow. You know what I mean? And then when I get back here, and like I said, the loss and things like that, boy, it's cool to have some friends around. And they're like, I'm not getting on your nerves, am I? I'm like,
thank you for
dude, come get on my nerves. Come get on my nerves. Give
Hey,
me
man,
me something.
Just so you know, you do have a home here now.
Dude,
And
don't
I-
say that too. As I said, I look transient earlier. I might end up staying in here. There's enough rooms here to where you won't know that I'm here. You're like, what's going on, dude? Is Toole in the house?
No, but I appreciate you coming and
I appreciate
sharing
you guys
your soul
having me.
with us. And
Yes. Please show this guy some love on the tip jar. Absolutely.
please do that.
And do you want to be all right and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Is that cool with you, Andrew? Well, thanks again for coming, Andrew. It was
Thank you for inviting me.
brilliant time, and I hope you guys all will go and follow Andrew Toole on all of his pages and subscribe to his YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe to ours because you want to make sure we have 2,000 followers on Facebook and like 50 on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Got to get our YouTube hat.
we all
So-
got to get our YouTubes going. So.
Yeah, I'm Andrew. You can find me Andrew Toole on Facebook, but look for the Andrew Toole Music. That's the one you want to find, and it's at Acoustic Forest if you can't find it. But
Got it.
You can find this mug pretty much anywhere on there. So
Well, we are going to share links as well, and then. And this we'll throw this up on our YouTube channel,
Awesome.
and so we'll link it to
Absolutely.
yours, and so hopefully that'll be some crossover. So again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us and supporting us. And next week we have Ian Powers that's going to be with us.
Yeah,
And-
name some of the groups that Ian was with. He was with
Gorgeous Jetson.
Yeah,
And he also writes, and then he's got another
got a really cool record
Courtside.
shop across town. I don't know if that's open all the time, but anyway, I love Ian big time.
Ian's
Can't
great.
wait to hear him.
Ian's great. So I mean, he was gonna be with Courtside here, but 5 o'clock's hard for people to get here. So I think it may be him, or it may be everybody. We don't know what's gonna happen next week.
We
can
never
only
know.
wait.
We have only planned.
We can only go one day at a time. But anyway, there's a full list. I mean, we've got Kevin Tenney, Chase Glover lined up. We've got Lauren Alexander lined up.
Shandi Starshine.
That's
You
your
know?
friend
Oh,
that
yeah.
I met
Yeah,
you
Shauna.
through her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's helping. She
She.
is
You've met her. You just
making it
forgot.
happen right
Oh,
over here.
good.
Yeah, she's letting everybody know. Thank you so much for
Oh,
doing
she's
that.
sharing links in the
Oh,
comments.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you,
she's
Shonda.
She's good. Yeah.
she's
Shonda's
the
great.
East Texas hippie is what I call her.
Yeah. Awesome.
She's the hippie.
So in last April, I guess, the first song, pandemic song I wrote was when we were all hunkered down, and we didn't know if we were all going to die, and everybody's masking up, and there's no groceries on the shelves, and all of our good friends in Holly Lake and some of our supporters started bringing me toilet paper and meat, and I was so grateful.
Massive backside itching from no toilet paper.
I thought I was grateful for any kind, quilted, not quilted. I didn't care. I just wanted some toilet paper.
They were bringing toilet paper and meat.
Yes, yes. So I just
sounds like a party.
Hey.
You got toilet paper and meat? Man. It's on.
You got the toilet paper and the meat. I'll be there in a minute.
Throw some Floyd in the background. We're winning. I just won the internet.
So anyway, I wrote this song. And,
is it called Meat and Toilet Paper?
No.
Meat and toilet paper. Here it goes.
That's
like
what it is, ready?
Meat and TP.
Sure.
still can't believe everything. And every time we look at another screen, what they say and what they do, it's hard to know the truth. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it even proof? 'Cause everyone is going crazy. 'Cause there ain't nothing they can do. Try to find a way to safety.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, man. All right, you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks again. Please like and share and contribute if you can. We appreciate you guys so much.
Much love.
Much love.